Tonight at 6 o'clock, communities all across the area at this hour are cleaning up. This after strong storms and tornadoes leave a long path of destruction. So take a look at this. Someone caught video of this tornado in Carmel during the storms last night. The National Weather Service today confirming an EF1 tornado tore through Carmel, and you're looking at it right here. Now, a stronger EF2 tornado hit the west side, damaging a warehouse and trapping a woman inside the rubble that you see here. Now, at this hour, power outages and damage reports are still widespread. And tonight, our crews are in the areas hardest hit, from Brownsburg to Carmel up to Muncie. Plus, we have Angela back leading our weather team and warning of the next weather threat that's headed our way. So let's kick off our coverage tonight with Lauren Kostick on the west side. Lauren.
Anne-Marie, I'm here in the Branches neighborhood. It's just west of Eagle Creek Park, and this is something we're going to be seeing a lot of at this hour. Giant piles of debris as everyone is clearing things out. Those giant dumpsters trying to get rid of this. This here, possibly an umbrella. I don't know. It is so bent, it's hard to tell what it is. And most of the damage here in this neighborhood are the roofs. So many torn off. Contractors have been hard at work all day getting them tarped up, fighting through the rain, and that really is the most damage we've seen around here. And it's not just one or two homes, we are talking dozens, and we've been out here all day talking to neighbors in this community. You know, when we met Marlene earlier, she was emotional. She barely made it to safety last night before her roof was torn off. Now there's so much for somewhere else to stay.
It's scary. It's very scary. Yes, because it's your home. It's very scary.
I'm glad everyone survived. That's the most, everything else can be replaced, but life, it can't be replaced. So I'm glad to be alive today. That's and my neighbors as well. So yeah.
When you came out,
And he showed us how the wind pushed in his garage door, so much so that it came off the frame there, and the bumper of his car torn off too. So much damage in this small neighborhood. Look at that. They had a trampoline there that was in the middle of a retention pond. We also spoke with the National Weather Service, and they again confirmed it was an EF2 tornado, given the extensive damage, especially to the roofs in that area. So the focus now is on rebuilding, and that's something that community is prepared to do. So thank you, Lauren Kostick, for your coverage. That's where the storm first hit, on the west side in Hendricks County. Then it traveled north and east to Hamilton County, and that's where communities there are also in recovery mode at this hour. Emily Longnecker is in the Carmel area checking out the damage there. So Emily, what have you found?
Well, and we've been moving around the Gramercy West Apartments area here in Carmel, and I just want to show you the sheer force of that tornado. I mean, that's a metal sign bent in half, uprooted. And then take a look here. This tree, they've cleaned it up, but this tree had fallen, boom, right into this doorway here and was on top of this roof earlier. They've managed to get that cut down, but you can see folks working on the roof. I'm told from residents in here that they can't stay here right now. There's so much damage inside. The roof was blown off, part of a wall caved in, and on the other side of this building, there's actually brick that blew right off the building. So residents have been given other units to stay in until these repairs can happen. So the cleanup has been going on all day here today in Carmel. A lot of it has involved removing trees. That's a lot of what folks are doing today, and the city wants to help with that. Take a listen.
The main path from the storm, if you go to our Facebook or Instagram page, there's a map that shows the primary area that if your home was in that area, just contact the Carmel Street Department and we'll come out, and if you've placed your sticks in your tree debris off to the side of the road, we'll come clean that up.
So that's pretty nice, right? You can find that number and email on our website, WTHR.com. Carmel Street Department will come pick up that debris for you and get rid of it. And they really want to keep up with that and get ahead of it because of what we have going on right now, the rain. They say if that debris plugs up the inlets and storm drains, then that leads to street flooding. So that's what they are trying to avoid right now. But again, the cleanup continues. It's been a long day for these folks here working on this roof, trying to get this apartment building back in shape so the folks that live there can move back in. And we'll send it back to you.
All right, Emily, thanks so much. So that's 2 tornadoes confirmed, one in Brownsburg and the other in Carmel, and those weren't the only ones that tore through last night.
No, we've got one in the far northern part of the state, but in our area, one north of Terre Haute and one northeast of Bedford. So that brings our local community up to 4 from last night. And I want to give you a closer look. The one EF1 rated north of Terre Haute. We know the EF2 damage in Brownsburg. We're talking winds over 100 miles an hour. Still some survey results pending with this, especially as it came out of the Carmel area with that EF1 damage. National Weather Service expects to continue to survey parts of Hamilton, Madison, and Delaware counties in the days to come. And there's the one just north of Bedford with EF0 rating. Across central Indiana today, we did get some dry time early in the day, but we're back dealing with rain, and flooding is a big concern. The flood watch continues through early Sunday with as much as 2 to 5 inches of rain in the forecast. And it is raining, as you can see here with live Doppler 13 radar. Some steadier rain building down to our southwest. It will mean more rain for us tonight, a bit of a break early tomorrow, and then additional waves of rain, several of them in the forecast. I'll have the local timeline in a few minutes.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Tonight, thousands of people are still without power, and power companies say they've been working hard and so far have already restored power to tens of thousands of people, but estimate it could still be several days before the lights are back on for everyone. So you're taking a look here at the current outage map. This is for AES Indiana. Right now, more than 16,000 customers are still without power. How about Duke? Well, Duke Energy reports this map. Another 5,000 plus customers are without power, with 271 power outages all across the state of Indiana tonight. Our team coverage continues of this storm throughout this newscast. And also what's really fascinating and really gives you a great view is these bird's eye view from our drone videos. And we have put together extensive drone footage, and we've put it together on WTHR Plus as well. It's really fascinating to look at the view from above. You can watch it by downloading on your TV and also stream free of charge. Other news now, a former teacher in Morgan County tonight is facing a much higher bail after more teenage boys came forward saying that she had sex with them. Rich Nye was the only Indianapolis reporter in the courtroom today as Brittany Fortenberry went to face additional charges.
This is 31-year-old Brittany Fortenberry being led into the Morgan County Courthouse Thursday afternoon. She faces 33 charges involving 8 teenage boys so far in 2 separate cases. The charges include sexual misconduct with a minor and child molesting. The boys as young as 13 say that Fortenberry had sex with them at her house. The judge increased Fortenberry's bail to $150,000 surety bond plus $10,000 cash. The alleged crimes happened in the past 2 years, while Fortenberry was a teacher at Martinsville and then later Eminence schools.
Has there been any evidence that there's any failure to report here on the part of a school system?
That is a great question. That is still a piece of the ongoing investigation, so at this point I don't think I'm able to answer that.
Fortenberry's husband also faces charges for allegedly threatening to kill a boy if he said anything, and allegedly told the boy to stop having sex with his wife until he turned 16. In Martinsville, Rich Nye, 13 News.
Now to the Indiana State House, where lawmakers passed a bill that would ban transgender women from participating in women's college sports here in Indiana. The bill now heads to the governor's desk. After it passed the Senate today, that vote was 42-6. Now, it is worth noting that the governor signed an executive order earlier this year that effectively does the same thing as this bill. And also, the NCAA changed its policy earlier this year, the policy that banned transgender women from competing in women's women's college sports. So lawmakers who sponsored this measure say that this would protect athletes from any potential changes to NCAA policy in the future. Still ahead, we continue our comprehensive coverage of the cleanup and the reaction to the storms from last night. Ahead, we hear from a family who says their entire lives were turned upside down in a matter of seconds. Angela.
And no severe storms tonight, but flooding is a threat as we head into the weekend. I'll have a look ahead.